All right, what is up, kings and queens? Down to Crypto TA here on the Coin King channel, and today is September 20th. We are officially a day ahead of the Federal Open Market Committee meeting where we will find out if the Fed is going to be more hawkish or dovish with the interest rate hike. We're looking somewhere between 100 basis points and 75 basis points, neither of which I think is great for the market, but one is definitely the lesser of the two evils, and that's going to be the 75 basis points. We get that 100 basis points, you can guarantee this market will be completely obliterated, and we'll be looking at some much lower targets right now. As you can see the sentiment coming into the market already, just ahead of this FOMC meeting taking place tomorrow. Yesterday, we did get a dump off here on BTC. We broke our main trend line right here, which we have respected for the most part. Price did not get bought up as quickly as I would have expected, and I think that has a lot to do with the meeting taking place tomorrow and just the sentiment around it not being great news and preparing for a big old dump off happening right here. One of my concerns for BTC is going below this 200 period moving average right here on the daily charts. Getting that cloud over our head and seeing more pressure to the downside. But I do have a target here following the FOMC meeting. If the Fed is more hawkish, then I'll be looking at about 17,000 to 16,400 as my first touch point for this dump off in the market. My absolute low is down here, and that is right around 14.9, the high end of 14,000. 15,000 is what I'd be looking for in the market for BTC. And if the Fed is a little bit more dovish, then I'd be looking for around 24, possibly 25,000. But right now I'm looking at 24, maybe putting in a lower low. But that would break us out of this falling wedge that we just kind of been in since back in November when this thing started for us. So if we look. We look here, you can see this falling wedge that we've been in. Now, if you're on a daily chart, you're going to want to move this slightly because it's not going to line up the same way it would on a higher time frame. But there have been 3 touches on this line here to the top side. We're closer to breaking out than we are to breaking down and actually touching the bottom. That glass is that glass is half full and half empty kind of scenario happening right here. But more bearish news, more FUD in the market, and we will see ourselves coming down here to this level. Now, when I talk about that 15,000, low end of 15,000 to that higher end of 14,000, this is what I'm looking at right here. So back over here, back last year, we started forming this head and shoulders on BTC, and it was confirmed. Actually, it was confirmed right here. It was confirmed right here back in January. So it was confirmed here. And I'm just going to draw that back out here so you guys can see that. But if we go from our high point there and we come down here, then you can see we're looking somewhere around $15,000 being the bottom of this head and shoulder. We did get a retest right here, and we've continued to fall down. Now, I did put this out of sight and out of mind when we hit this 17,000. In no way I was thinking that this thing could actually play out either. Go from $69,000 all the way down to, $15,000 just didn't seem realistic for me. But I wasn't in the market back when, BTC was getting these massive pumps and it was getting this dump. I've been in the market now for about 4 years. Haven't seen it capitulate this bad. So this is something new for me. And it may be horrifying for a newcomer, a first timer or something of that nature. But yeah, here we are. We are here, possibly not looking at this 17,600 being the bottom for BTC. Fed data coming out tomorrow, we are more likely to break on hawkish news. Ethereum. It is under 200 period moving average right here. As you can see, this blue this blue ocean wave right here. It's the 200 period moving average, and we are underneath that. And I did imply if we got down below that, if we broke that trend line, which the trend line was going right across here, we broke that trend line. I said we break that trend line, we're coming down here. We're coming into this pocket right here. I wasn't at the time thinking about the fact that we were going to fall underneath this 200 period moving average, but that definitely applies pressure to the downside. We did get a bounce from this golden pocket. And again, the sentiment is here. We banged our head on it. We didn't get above it. And, I'll be looking for us to possibly get a reaction right here. We may. It just depends. When we get this news from the Fed, it's this really quick, rapid moves. It's either going to be a quick move to the upside or a quick move to the downside. That's what we've been getting here. So I really don't think that we're going to hold up right here at this trend line. I think we're going to do like we did the last time back over in June, based on a lot of things that was going on in the market. 3A's Capital, Luna, Elon Musk selling, or Tesla, however you want to say it, selling. We did break this trend line that one time back in June. So if we don't hold here at this trend line, then my next target is going to be here around $1,000, the low end of $1,000. But I have a line here for $1,020. I don't suggest you do lines. You do want to draw like an area. We do have some support coming down into this area right here, coming down as we drop. We do have some support here. And this support could hold Ethereum up. But this drop here is based on back over here where we had this head and shoulder right here that was invalidated. And the move really wasn't a strong move for Ethereum. And, we struggled. We struggled again right here in this area as we have struggled before just to get above it. So I will be looking for us to come down in here. That's my target for Ethereum on a low. I do have another trend line here for 816. We could see that. It's far from what I'm expecting right now. We did see 800 previously back in June, and that was when we did break this trend line. So this is back over in the month of June where we did break this trend line. As you can see, it's held up pretty well. This is where it began back over here in the month of September. We come over here in January, we touched it. We touched it again in May. We broke it in June, again, following everything that was happening in the market at the time. And it was a great buy. So, got bought up, and we really did a fantastic job in the market here with Ethereum. A lot of people think that it had a lot to do with the merge. I think it had a lot to do with the affordability, because there were some altcoins that did outperform Ethereum. So although Ethereum has performed better than BTC, because not a lot of people have $30,000, $20,000, $10,000, to put into the market to accumulate a full BTC, which I don't think that you're going to win as big unless you're doing an altcoin. But Ethereum is definitely more affordable for people to obtain. And yes, I even bought some back over here when we got that dump. So that was a great buy for Ethereum. I don't really feel like Ethereum has been selling off because we finally got the merge. I just think that we finally came to a place, because as you can see right here, the sell-off actually started to happen back over in August. The merge just happened. The merge just happened. So I honestly don't think it had anything to do with the merge. And now what? No, we were selling off prior to that. The people that bought in right here, we got this high up to what, 2,000, $2,000. Yes. Take some profit off the table. That is what you should be doing. Right now, it's not a hodler's market. It's time to, you want to, you don't want to hodl, but you don't want to jump into every trade either. And that's something that I want to say to everyone. Trade less for those bigger gains. You don't have to catch every bottom. You don't have to sell every top, but you do want to trade less for bigger gains, and not FOMO in, because you see the market moving, like over here where you saw the market moving right here, and then suddenly retailers started to come in, but those retailers were getting sold off. If you weren't one of those retailers that got in back over here when we got this dump off down here to this price, then you were one of the ones over here that we were selling it to. Okay, so don't be left holding an empty bag. Okay, we are kind of closer to this trend line over here. So we are definitely closer to breaking this trend line than we are breaking out of it for Ethereum. But once again, that will be a good buy. And this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just me taking a look at what I see happening in the market and letting you guys know what I plan on doing or where I see price action going for Ethereum. On a high end, following the CPI data, if it is more dovish, then I'd be looking for about 17. In the immediate. 17 is going to be my long high for Ethereum if the Fed is a little bit more dovish. S&P 500, basically the same thing as you're seeing over on BTC. You know, we got this pump right here and we got this dump off right here following the CPI data. We had this trend line right here that we broke, fell off beneath it. We came back, we pulled back up into the support area right here. We kind of banged our head on this 200 period moving average here on the daily, have not got above it. And right now the sentiment is the same unless you're in the DXY, you know, the sentiment is down. It is down. So this would be my next target right here, pretty close to where we are right now. So 3,791 to about 3,764. That is the next area of support on the S&P 500, but my low target for the S&P is 3636, and that's very close over here to where it was before, and that was 3636.87. So we'll probably be kissing this bottom right here, creating a double bottom or something like that over here on the S&P. We are closer to the bottom. I don't know how many times I can say that, but we are closer to the bottom and the DXY is closer to its top. So we're going to start to see things reverse here. So only put into this market what you can afford to lose. If you can hodl because you're not worrying about losing, catch them lows. Do try to catch the lows. You know, don't keep buying the dip of the dip, you know, but do try to catch those lows if you're in a position where you can hold up. So over here on the DXY, we were coming down right here. I did put in a previous video. Let's see how we hold up here at this 107. I just, you know, as I continue to evaluate things, I was looking at that head and shoulders, and that 107 happens to be the bottom range of that head and shoulders that we were in on the DXY. So we did get a bounce here. It just happened to correlate with the day that we got the CPI data or something like that. But anyway, we got this pump right here, but it wasn't a strong response, to be honest. Following that pump, it just wasn't a strong response. And we're starting to get a little pump right here, and we'll probably break above this 50 period moving average with the information tomorrow. I don't know, but it do look like things are starting to slow down on the DXY. Not as much interest has been playing into it, even though you can still see a pump. It does still look really strong on some of these higher time frames, but less and less money is pouring into it. And I personally don't view it as strong as others view it, you know. But that is really, really all I have for this market today. 2 o'clock tomorrow, 2 and 2:30. You know, we will see some volatility. A lot more volatility will be showing in the market. So be safe, guys. I wish you all the most profit. Do hit the like button, please. If you follow the Coin King and you appreciate him trying to get some content out there, then do hit the like button. It is greatly appreciated. Hit the subscribe button if you want to be updated when we do more and more videos. I am down to Crypto TA on Twitter at the Coin King 1980 on Twitter. I do post more information on Twitter, following videos, or just as I see things. If it's important for me to make a video, I will make one. I really just don't feel like a video every day is needed. You know, you see the move, you see pre-moves in the market because it's based on emotions. If anything starts to change, I would definitely come on and I will make a video. But you see these pre-moves, and I will keep you updated on my Twitter account. All right. Thank you so much. Be blessed.